హలో. இல்லை మీ கிளாஸ் நான் மீட்டிங் ஆன் பண்ணிட்டேன். அப்புறம் பிடிச்சிக்கிறேன், வேண்டாம். ம் சரி.
गुड इवनिंग सर।
हाय, गुड इवनिंग।
हेलो
गुड इवनिंग, हाय।
सर। सर एक डाउट है सर, मतलब
हाँ, श्योर।
एग्जाम एग्जाम्स असाइनमेंट का जैसा आएगा क्या सर? ऑप्शंस विद मतलब ऑब्जेक्टिव में आएगा सर?
एग्ज़ाम तो एग्ज़ाम का पैटर्न मुझे पता नहीं है, वो डिस्कशन फोरम में आप पूछ सकते हो, क्योंकि मैं आई मोस्टली हैंडल दिस, क्या कहते हैं, मैं तो आई एम PMRF TA, तो कोर्स TA को पता होगा, लाइक एग्ज़ाम का डिटेल वो सब।
ओके सर।
हाँ, तो ये IIT रोपर का कोर्स है ना, तो IIT रोपर का TS जो रहते हैं वो कोर्स TA होता है, मेन TS। तो उनको डिस्कशन फोरम में पूछेंगे तो वो इन्फॉर्मेशन देंगे आपको।
ओके सर, ओके सर। ये डाउट के लिए मैं ज्वाइन हुआ था सर, मेरा थोड़ा काम है।
अच्छा, ओके ओके, श्योर।
थैंक यू सर।
ओके, थैंक यू।
சரி, ஏதோ ஒண்ணு அந்த ஊருக்கார மாதிரி நடிக்கிறது. சாமியிலே சூப்பரா நடிச்சிருப்பாங்க.
ஆமா. அப்படி சாமிக்கு அதான் தூள் தான் நானும் சொல்றேன். தூள் படம் வந்தப்ப தூள் இன்டர்வியூ இல்லையா, அந்த அந்த காட்சிலாம் வரும்போது அந்த ஊருக்கான, ஏன்னா இன்னைக்கு வந்து சிவகங்கைக்கார பசங்க, மதுரைக்கார பசங்க, விருதுநகர் இந்த பசங்க எல்லாத்தையும் நான் பார்க்குறேன். அவங்களோட கேரக்டர் அடாப்ஷன் இருக்குல்ல, இன்னைக்கு அவனுக்கு என்னன்னா ஒரு நல்ல பயங்கர உயரமா இருப்பான்.
अंकल कार எடுங்க. अंकल कार.
உங்க காரா இல்ல?
ஸோ நான் எப்படி வந்து இவங்ககிட்ட இருந்து ஒரு ஆசீர்வாதம் வந்து என் குருவான இவர்கிட்ட இருந்து ஆசீர்வாதம் வாங்கணும், அதை பற்றின ஒரு டாபிக் தான். எல்லாருக்கும் வணக்கம், நான் ஒரு சேவ் பார்த்து. இன்னைக்கு நம்ம பார்க்க போகிறது ரொம்ப பகவான பேசக்கூடிய ஒரு டாபிக் வந்து நம்ம பேச போகிறோம். ஒரு பக்கம் எப்போதுமே மாணவர்களை திட்டிட்டு போய் why is the your top choice for an engagement?
I think this is our train. Our train was over 50 minutes late. A little bit of a shock to us because we've taken trains in Korea and Thailand that are on the dot. Let's go find our seat. I think this is us. Okay, let's see what this looks like. They're all in Hindi. We're looking for, I think, 8.
நருட்டோ ஒரு அனிமே தமிழில் சொல்லணும்னா பொம்மை படம் அப்படின்னு வந்து பொம்மை படத்துக்கான இவ்வளோ போய் அளப்பரிய இணையத்தில் இதை வந்து வெறுமனே ஒரு பொம்மை படமாக வந்து இது வந்து அனிமே வந்து கார்ட்டூன் ப்ரிஃபர் பண்ணிங்க அப்படின்னா பெரிய ஒரு மாறே நடக்கும். ஏன்னா அனிமே இஸ் நாட் கார்ட்டூன் அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து அனிமே பார்க்கக்கூடிய ஃபேன்ஸ் வியாபூஸ் அவங்களுடைய ஒரு ஆணித்தரமான ஒரு ஃபிட்டி. அனிமேவும் கார்ட்டூனும் அனிமேவும் கார்ட்டூனும் எப்படி வந்து வேறுபடுது அப்படின்னு அனிமேஷன் ஸ்டைலே வந்து டிஃப்ரெண்ட்டாக இருக்கும். அப்புறம் அது சொல்கிற கதைகள் வந்து ரொம்ப டிஃபராக இருக்கும். கார்ட்டூன் படங்கள்லாம் குழந்தைகள் வந்து அனிமே வந்து இந்த வயசில் 7 வயசில் நம்ம பார்க்குறோம், அதை என்ஜாய் பண்ணணும். அதில் டீல் பண்ணுற ஸ்டோரி லைன், அதில் ஒரு கேரக்டருக்கு இருக்கிற பேக் ஸ்டோரி இதெல்லாமே வந்து ஒரு அடல்ட்டால் கன்சியூம் பண்ணணும். அடல்ட்டுக்கு இருக்கிற பிரச்சனையை வந்து அதில் அட்ரஸ் பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க, பேசியிருப்பாங்க. நருட்டோ வந்து ஒரு அனிமே. அனிமேனா என்ன? பொதுவாக இந்த அனிமேவை சப்டைட்டில் நான் ஃபஸ்ட்டு யூஸ் பண்ணப்போ இப்படி ஃபீச்சர் வாழ்க்கை ஒரு ஓவல்
ராஜேஷ், நீ எப்பப்பா வந்த? நீங்கள் எப்போ மாமா வந்தீங்க? பார்க்காம என்னால் இருக்க முடியலப்பா. சரி வாங்க மாமா, உள்ளே போய் பேசுவோம். வாங்க. ஒரு நிமிஷம்ப்பா. எஸ்போ,
Entonces concreto.
என்ன சொல்கிறாரு? ஸ்பெயினில் சென்டர் வச்சுருந்தாங்க. 5 ஸ்டார் ஹோட்டலில் தங்குறதுக்கு பார்த்துட்டு இருந்தாரு. நான் தான் நம்ம வீட்டுக்கு கொண்டு வந்தேன்.
Fitzgerald Manuel Desperrito, a.k.a. Despo.
உள்ள வாங்க.
Hola, Sergio. ¿Qué es, Sergio?
Good evening everyone. Are my slides visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you. So I am Manikandan. So this is tutorial 10 on the course The Joy of Computing Using Python. So today we'll solve some problems based on the week 10 course content. Okay, so as usual we have a quiz to start with. So based on week 10's content, we have prepared some questions from the past years. So the question 1 states that which of the following is the correct representation to convert a string S in uppercase? So this question is just a matter of syntax. So given a string S, which command will properly convert the string into uppercase in Python? So can you all post the answers in chat box, whichever you think is right? So 4 options are given. Each of them have a different syntax. So given a string S, which of the following options do you think will convert the string into uppercase letters? Any idea? D. Okay. Yes. So the right answer is B. B is the right answer. Okay. So this is the right syntax for conversion. So similarly, you can have lowercase conversion also. Just in the place of upper, you have to write lower. That's all. So the second question, we have been given a snippet of code. So using the string library, yes. So using the string library, given a string S that is spelled out hello, we are replacing the letters. We are using this replace option. So our target is S, L, and we are replacing L with S. So this is pretty straightforward. So one of you already posted the answer. That is option 3 is the right answer. Okay. So we are searching the target variable L in the given string. So that is repeated 2 times. Wherever it is repeated, we are replacing L with S. So hello will become HESO. Okay. So there is question 3. Similarly, so it's the same string, but here we are replacing a particular part of the string, a couple of characters with a single character, and then we are performing slicing. So after this replacement and slicing, if we print out the string, what will be the output? Okay. B, C, D. Okay. 3 responses. Yeah, but the right option is D. Okay, because let's see. So it's like there are 5 characters: H, E, L, L, O. Okay, and their addresses are such that index are such that this is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so the first step is we are replacing this group of characters HE into one single character, that is S. Okay, so now the indexing again changes. So now the index becomes like so let me write out the entire string. It's like S L L O. Okay. Okay, now the index goes like, I'm writing the index on top, 0 1 2 3. So slicing is performed from the second index. Okay, so the character present at index 2 and till the end of the string, those are being sliced. Okay, so we are slicing like this, and we'll print out these 2 and 3 addresses. Okay, so this what I'm circling, this is what we are printing out. So that is L and O. Okay, the writing is not so good. So this is O. Okay, so we'll print out LO. So we have already gone through slicing and all. Replacement is new in this week, but slicing of strings we have performed earlier. So this is just a refresher. Okay, so can you try the fourth question now? Fourth question, B, A. Okay. Okay, so let us see. So I'll try this one in Spider. So I'll launch Anaconda. So you can also launch Anaconda and Spider and try along with me. Okay. We are importing the string library. Okay, and the string is assigned hello. Then we're printing the S index. in quotes. Okay, I'll run the code now. So it's only printing 1. So this is because it's still a string. If we convert this string into a list, then we can expect some other output, like each letter in the character in the string, there will be a given index starting from 0 to n. Okay, so it's giving 1 because it's still treated as an entire string. So if it's converted into a list, then we can get different index for each character starting from 0. Okay, so answer is B. Okay, so which of the following can be used to see dimension of a NumPy array named ARR? So this is again a question of syntax. So how the shape function can be initiated properly? That's the question. Option A, okay. Any other guesses? So the actual right answer is option C. So this is how you get shape of a given array. Okay. So question 6 is here. Predict the output of this 4-line code. So we are importing NumPy array. NumPy array is necessary for matrix operations. Okay, so matrix handling, we need to import NumPy array. So all the mathematical operations associated with matrices will be available in this library. So an array A, that is 1, 2, 3. So this is a 1 by 3 array. Okay, it's a 1 by 3 matrix, just a row vector. And this is 1, 2, 3 in column vector, as in a column fashion it is written. So matrix multiplication is performed. What will be the output of this? Okay, you can do this with simple pen and paper. So it's like option A. Okay, so it's multiplying 1, 2, 3. With 1, 2, and 3. Let us see. Let me get this done in Spider itself, then we'll confirm the result. Okay, import NumPy as NP. Initialize array A using np dot array. Okay, and the array input is 1, 2, 3. np dot array So inside square brackets 1 comma 2 comma 3. Okay, so the output is this. So what is happening here is, this is not matrix multiplication. Instead, it's a so multiplication here is performed in such a way like this. So our first array is 1 2 3 and the second array is, it's a list of a list. Okay, so it's like 1 2 and 3. Okay, so these brackets mean everything. Okay, so it's like this will multiply with each of these elements. So the output is like 1 2 3. So this is not really matrix multiplication, it's an operation of lists. Okay, so we'll get again a list of lists. Okay, so in the bigger list, the components are 1 2 3 and then we multiply with 2. Okay, the result is 2 4 and 6. And with 3 it is 3 6 and 9. So the output is this. So this wouldn't seem like the obvious answer, but this is how it is done. So if you want to perform matrix multiplication, the command we have to invoke is matmul. matmul. Okay, so if you search this online, okay, so this will perform matrix multiplication. Okay, so question 7 is again on array operations. So given two arrays, one is A and B. Okay, so it's like this is one dimension and this is a list of a list. So using this logic, what will be the output of this? A star B, we have to calculate. So if you are confused, you can use spider and check, verify. This is because maybe this is the first time you are encountering this kind of multiplication.
Sir, will we have access to the interpreter in the exam?
So if the questions are such, so for these kind of questions you will not get have the option. Yeah. So because these kind of questions, for now you can use that. Now this is for your practice, but you are expected to solve these small codes on your own. If they ask questions like programming assignment, then maybe you will be, for a particular time, you will be able to use the interpreter, but not here. For these, you are expected to understand the logic and work it on your own, because it's just a 3-line code. So I'll try to work out this. A1, 2, 3. Okay, so when I run this code, I am getting an error that states can't multiply sequence by non-integer of type list. Okay, so this is because in this code snippet I have not included the necessary libraries for doing this multiplication operation. Okay, just a slight modification of the previous question. Because of not including the libraries necessary for this operation, I will get an error. Okay, so you have to be careful in what each library performs, so that you can be asked MCQs of this choice. So this is very simple logic, but you might miss out in a rush. Okay, so read the code snippet from line 1 and what libraries provide the necessary operations that is included in the code. We need to be aware of that. Okay, so for these multiplication operations, within NumPy library. Okay, so question 8, we'll move to question 8 now. What is the output of the following code? Okay, so we are given a string snow world, and so at index 3 we are not replacing s, we are just assigning s. So when you print out, what will be the output? Yes. So give a try on this one. This is also pretty simple. Based on what is necessary for performing each operation, what would be the output of this? So if you are stuck, please try implementing in Spider. Yeah.
Yes, Senbu is the fourth option.
Fourth option. Okay. So let me.
This one fourth option.
Yes. Okay. So I'll try it on my Spider also. Then we'll verify. Example. So example is a string called snow world, the space in it. So example of 3 is equal to s. Now we print out example.
Stars world.
Yeah. So see, it's throwing an error. So can you guess the reason for the error? Anyone? So in a previous example also we had encountered this kind of error.
Assignment is not allowed within strings.
Yeah, so it's a string. If it's a list, we can do this kind of replacement. Okay. In strings, we need to do, we can do this kind of assignment by using the find and replace option. So that is like dot replace functionality has to be called. Okay. So if you look at this, see. So in this question we had this output as 1 instead of 1, 2, 3. That's because it's treated as a string with a whole string, that's all. Okay, so if you want to do this kind of replacement to get instead of W we want S, so we need to either convert this string into a list and then do this kind of operation, otherwise ignore this 11th line and use this option called replace function. Okay, specific part of the string, the target you will choose, and this is your new string that you want, new set of characters that you want to insert there. Okay. So that is clear. So this will throw an error again. Okay. So 9th question is asking what will be the output of this following one line code. So this is just a print statement. You are given a set of characters and it's invoking this functionality is alpha. So based on the functionality of is alpha, can you guess what will be the answer? So we had discussed this last week and before last week also, I guess. So simple thing. D. Okay. Okay. Any other answers? Okay, let me try it out in Spider. So the string in the question is AB dot is alpha. True. So it is returning true. Okay, so there is no error in this code. So all it is simply asking is, we are supplying a string set of characters, and it is evaluating, are these characters alphabets? So is alpha stands for, is it an alphabet? So A, B both are alphabets, so it is returning true. For the question that we are asking, is it an alphabet, it says true. Yes, it is an alphabet. Okay, so it's pretty simple. So numpy dot array of list, what does this do? Anyone has an idea? So in the previous questions we had used a numpy.array kind of call. So based on this, what will this do? You are giving a list as an input. B, okay. It will appear as B, but actually it will throw an error. That is because numpy, see, it is case sensitive. This n is capital here. Okay, so essentially it will throw an error because of this case sensitivity. Okay, so now we have a couple of programming assignments. So I would like you all to try one by one. So the programming assignment here says that you are given with a number D that contains only digits, zeros and ones. So your aim is to convert this number to have all the digits same. Okay, so you are given this kind of numbers. For that you will change exactly one digit from 0 to 1 or 1 to 0. Okay, if it is possible to make all the digits equal by flipping exactly one digit, then we should print output as yes, else print no. Okay, so the input format is like this. So the input contains a number D made of digits only ones and zeros. Okay, so let's say your number is something like this. 0 0 1 0. Okay, so in this number, if I flip 1 to 0, see, all the digits are equal now. So if I'm able to do this kind of operation, my output should be yes. Okay, or your number can be something like this also. It can be something like 1 0 1 1. By flipping 0 to 1, I am able to convert all the digits. Now all the digits are same. So you are allowed only one conversion. With that one conversion, are you able to get all the digits same or not? If you are getting all the digits same, print yes. So this also gives yes. Okay, otherwise you should print no. So that is the deal here. Okay, there are some other test cases also. Okay, so the explanation is here. It is in the first example, it is possible to make all the digits same by flipping the middle digit from 0 to 1. So here, by flipping this 0 to 1, we get 1 1 1 as the output. Okay, all the digits are same. So we have to print yes. This statement satisfies. Okay, so take your time, launch Spyder and try to work. So the key here is, so how we go about this problem is that we have to convert whatever number is given to us into a list, and then in the list count how many ones and zeros are there. So if either the zeros count is 1 or 1 count is 1, so it's like either or statement. So if you use an or statement that says let me get this. Okay, so it's like you should, so the main block will contain an if statement which says if zero count is 1 or 1 count is 1, okay, then you print yes. Okay, so the main block will contain this. This is the logic, this is the core logic behind this code. So before this you need to convert. So this step 1 is convert the given number into a list. Convert the number into a list. So once you convert the number into a list, it will be easier for you to do the counting and all using a for loop. Okay, convert the number into a list. That is step 1. Okay, so step 2. Count the number of ones and zeros in the list. Count ones and zeros in the list. break down the bigger problem into chunks of smaller problems. Then this way you'll be clear about the approach at least. Okay. Then it's a matter of debugging. Okay, and this is step 3. So try to do all these things. I'll give you some time, then let me know. Try out these test cases and then tell me what you're getting. Okay, if you're stuck anywhere, please you can share your screen and I'll help you out. Okay, so I'll give you 10 minutes to do this, then we'll go on with the next assignment. PPT. Okay. So I have shared the Google Drive folder where I upload all these PPTs. So I'll share that again, the chat box.
Send my answer in chat box. I can't share my screen.
Okay. Sure. I'll take a look at your answer. Just 1 minute.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sure. Welcome. Okay, so S equals input. So the intent of the code is okay, but the way counting is performed, this way of counting cannot be done actually. Okay, so input s equals taking an input, so that input will be default in the form of string. So in the string, okay, let's work this out. Try to solve. Try working this code. Okay. Okay, so counting is performed in the string form itself. Yeah, that is. Yeah, so one test case is okay. Let me run more test cases. 1101. Yes, good. No. Yeah, so yeah, this code is right. So who wrote this code? Satish's code is right. Yes, thank you.
Okay, sir.
So this is a very simple code. In the string form itself, we are counting number of zeros and ones. If either of the count is 1, print yes or no. Yeah, this is good. So I had an alternate solution. Okay, so in the solution I had, so this is a bit complicated. So I would say, this the other solution that was provided by a student, so that is very simple and good for this problem. But in other cases, if you want to manipulate each of those elements by somehow, in that case it is good to convert the string into a list and then do other operations, slicing or whatever. So in that case it is good to go for that kind of conversion. So in this solution is an alternate solution, but you are welcome to do the way Satish had done. Okay, so this solution, all it does is empty list is created. Okay, so we are receiving an input, and in li this string is captured. Okay, so all we are doing is for j in li in this string, we are doing this integer conversion and then appending to the empty list. Okay, so all these lines, all it does is string to list conversion. Okay, so this is a bit hectic. So once you convert the string into a list, in the list we are counting number of zeros and ones. Count 0 is number of zeros, count O is number of ones. Initialize to 0 and initializing some for loops, we are counting ones and zeros. Okay, so that is all these lines do, 12 to 19. So if either of the count is 1, print yes, else no. So this else has a nested if else in itself. So that is to take care of in the case where either of them is 0 and either of them is non-zero but not 1. So that is this case. 0 is this case. Okay. So this problem was straightforward. Yeah, so if you are coming up with your own solutions, you are even coming with even simpler solutions. So don't wait for me to always. This is not the concrete way that this is the only way to solve the problem. So you're always, so with more practice, you will come up with your own simpler solutions. Yeah. So this is the next programming assignment we have today. So given a list of n minus 1 numbers ranging from 1 to n, your task is to find the missing number. Okay, your task is to find the missing number. There are no duplicates in this list. Okay, so the input format is like this. The first line contains n minus 1 numbers with each number separated by a space. Output format is print the missing number. Okay, so an example is given here. So n minus 1 numbers are given as input and our range is 1 to n. Okay, so in this case 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 is there, 2 is there, 3 is there, 4 is there, 5 is missing. So manually I am calculating. So it's like in the range 1 to 8. Okay, so 1 to 8 will have 8 numbers, but 1 is missing, so we have total 7 numbers here. Okay, 7 is the count here in the range. So range is that's very bad. So range is 1 to 8. Let me just type in. Okay, so range is 1 to 8. So n in this case is 8. And the number of, so the size of the list will be size of input list, that should be n minus 1. Only then one number will be missing, and our task is to output the missing number.
Hello.
Can you mute your mic, whoever is talking? So size of input list should be n minus 1. Okay, so in this case it is 7 in this example. Okay, so that is all about this n minus 1 and n thing, because in the sequence of numbers 1 to n, one of them is missing in the input. Okay, and we have to find which one is missing. Okay, so that is the explanation. Same explanation is given. The above list of numbers, 5 is missing, and hence 5 is the output. So this should be output. It's a typo. Okay, so there are a lot of test cases. We'll verify our logic one by one. Yeah, so please start writing the code in Spider.
नहीं recording, नहीं live session, live in.
के लिए मतलब इसके लैपटॉप
कॉन्फिगर करायला घेतला, सगळं टाकलं.
अच्छा.
2 तास तर तिकडेच गेले.
हा बरोबर, ते कॉन्फिगर करून देणार ते
बसवलं मला, मग
हो.
दाखवलं.
Okay. Okay, so the way to find which number is missing, so the trick is let us see, I'll put these here. The algorithm goes like this. Step 1, step 1 is simple. Input as list of integers. In the range 1 to n. Okay, so once this is done, step 2 would be to so theoretically, what is the formula to calculate sum of n integers? Sum of n integers would be what? N times n plus 1 divided by 2. So this is the formula to calculate n integer, sum of n integers. Okay. And third step would be to calculate sum of, so let us write this clearly, sum of n integers. This is theoretically, if no number is missing, this would be the sum of n integers, but the list that we are supplying, it has one missing number. So to calculate sum of the given list, it's simple, sum functionality list, that's all. So this is step 3. Step 4 would be to calculate difference between what is the sum calculated here, n into n plus 1 by 2, minus sum of the given list, sum of the integers in the given list. Okay, so let us call this sum as S. Okay, I'll make it bold, and this as, so let's call this as total, and let's call this one as missing total. Okay, so the last step is to calculate what? Total minus missing total. So you have to return this as your output. Okay, total minus missing total will be what? That will be the missing number, in fact. So does anyone have a doubt in the algorithm? It's a simple algorithm. Okay, just go through the algorithm step by step. Okay, you'll surely get it. So it's a simple task. So I'll give you 10 minutes. Try to implement on your own, and if you have any doubts, ask me. But please try it on your own, because this is week 10, and by now you should be having some hands-on experience to be able to solve problems on your own. So I'll keep the algorithm open for you. So all you need to do is implement these steps one by one in Spider and attach the code in the chat box. Okay, I'll try running this code on my own. If the test case works, it's fine. Any logic is okay. L1 equals. So let us start with this input 1 2 4 6 3 7 8. Okay. Okay. So this method looks fine for me, but I'll also run with other test cases, then we can conclude whether it's okay or not. 1 2 4 5 5 6 7. Okay, see, one of these test cases, so Ilango has given this, put length of L plus 2 in the range function. I do that. Okay, length of L1 plus 2. Okay, now we'll do this.
Sir,
Oh.
plus 2 outside the parentheses, sir.
Yeah. Got it. Plus 2. Okay. Okay, it works. Next test case. 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, now it's perfect. So, 1 3 2 5 returns 4. So this code passes all the test cases. So yeah, we can use this code. There is no issue with it. Okay, so in this snippet, what Ilango has done is it's just manually we are scanning through the list. Whatever input list we are giving, we are scanning through the list. If I is not present in the, if the iterator is not present in the list, then print that one out. Yeah, this is simple and good. It's good. So this is one way to do it. So I'll show you the alternate solution also. Okay, so this is the alternate solution how to do this. So this is the main program. We have an empty list li. Okay, so we are inputting the list here. Okay, and we are calling a function get missing number in the list li. Okay, so control will go from here to here. Here is the function definition, get missing number function. In this, an input list is captured. The length of the input list is calculated here. Okay, so the total is calculated in this way. Okay, n plus 1 times n plus 2 divided by 2. So this is because to compensate for the missing number, we are adding 1 to n. So wherever there is n, there will be n plus 1. Wherever there is n plus 1, there will be n plus 2. Okay, so this n, okay, so this n is like, in reality this is n minus 1. Okay, because one of the numbers is missing in the input list. Okay, so that's why we are having extra plus 1 here. Right, so this returns the actual total. Okay, so this is the theoretical total. Okay, and this is the sum of integers in the input list. We are returning total minus sum of a, and we can print. So that difference will be captured in miss object. Okay, and we are printing out miss. We'll get the missing number. Okay, so this method is a bit mathematically elaborate. Okay, but you can go for the other method where one of the students, Ilango, had showed solving the problem by searching the list itself. Okay, but over there you had to be careful with this thing. The range should be carefully defined. Okay, all right, so now this is the last programming assignment for today. So try it on. Here we are given a list A of elements of length n ranging from 1 to n. All the elements may not be present in the array. If the element is not present, then there will be a -1 present in the array position. Okay, so rearrange the array such that a of I equals I. So the index and value should be the same. If not present, display -1 at that place. Okay, so the input format is such that the first line should contain n numbers with each separated by a space. Output format, print the elements of the list after modification. So here is an example. So over here there are some -1s and there are some non-negative integers. So our objective is to do this operation, do this modification. At index I, we should rearrange the array such that a of I equals to I. So the index and value should be the same. Okay, for example here, so wherever this is not possible, we should have a -1. Okay, if I is not present in the input, then display -1 at that place. Okay, so in this input 0 is not there, so at that place we have -1. So we have 1, 2, 3 and 4. So they are present at respective indices 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have 5, so at 5 there's a -1. We have a 6, so 6 is here. 7 and 8 are missing in the input, so we'll have -1 and -1 there. Okay, 9 is there, so we have 9 at index 9. Okay, so the explanation is that the modified list contains elements such that a of I equal to I. So if the in the input list, if those elements are itself absent, then there should be a -1 in their place. Okay, so try it on. There are some test cases to verify also. Okay. Okay, so I'll give you a rough algorithm. Step 1, input the list, obvious. Step 2 should be that we don't want to disturb the, if the integers are in the right position already, we don't want to disturb that. So we have to impose a condition while a of I is not equal to I, and it should not also be -1. Okay, when both these conditions are satisfied, we want to put that in the right position. Put a of I in the right index position, the right place. Okay. So this is not all the steps, but this is the core of this is the core idea. Okay. So this while itself will be present under a for loop. Okay, for I in the range n. Okay, so this for is just to scan all the elements in the input, and then that list you will check one by one whether is it equal to, whether it is satisfying this condition. Is ai not equal to I, or is it equal to I? If it's not equal to I, then we need to put it in the right place. If it's already in the right place, we don't have any issue. Okay, so this kind of rearrangement should be done. We have to scan each and every element and then scan whether it is -1 or it's in the right place. In that case, we'll leave it alone. If it is satisfying this while, then put it in the right place. Okay. So putting it in the right place, you will need to use a temporary variable that will capture this and then access the address and put it in its respective place. So I hope you are familiar with the concept of swapping. In swapping, we'll create a third variable, temporary variable, and then do the swapping as required. So try it on. I'll give you 10 minutes, then we'll discuss the solutions. So this code works well. Who posted this? Ilango. Yes, Ilango. This one works good. So this is an input list, and then an empty list is created for I scanning through all the elements in list L1. If it is not present in L1, append. Great. Yeah, this is very simple. It's very good. So this is an input list L1 where we are giving our input containing -1s and non-negative integers, and then an empty list is created. Then we are scanning through each element in the list, input list L1. Okay, so if an element is not present in L1, the iterator, if it's not present in L1, then we are appending a -1 to the empty list L2. Else we are appending this iterator to L2, and we are printing the list L2. This is great. This is much simpler than what I had the solutions. Yeah, this solution is much bigger than what Ilango has done. So it's like, so this is the solutions provided by the instructor. So it's like it has an empty list, and then we are inputting, adding numbers to it. Okay, and then we are supplying the list A and the length of the list to a function called fix. So we are defining the function fix here. Okay, in that the list is captured and the length of the list is captured. Now we are initiating a for loop under the if condition. While so if AI is not equal to -1 and AI it's not equal to I, then a temporary variable x is created which captures the current current value at the index I. Okay, then we are checking if the desired place is vacant or not. Okay, so under the while condition, AI not equal to -1 and A of x is not equal to x. Okay, so this x comes from here. So basically I runs from 0 to length, so x is, we are doing this operation for each element in the array. Okay, in an iterative fashion. Okay, so while this condition is satisfied, store the value from the desired place into another temporary variable, and then we place the x to its correct position by using this kind of statement. Okay, now y will become x. Now search for the place of x. So this is the swapping that I had mentioned. Okay, place x to its correct position. This is done. Now check if while loop hasn't set the correct value at I, A of I. So if A of I is not equal to I, okay, then we have to put -1 at the vacant place. Okay, so this is to take care of the numbers that are not present in the list. So line 27 to 33 does that. Okay, so once all this is done, these lines are just printing out the list in a linear horizontal way. Okay, So this is just printing. So for all, for when the iterator runs through 0 to length of a, basically all the elements we are if so this is the case when we reach the end of the list. Otherwise we start printing here. Okay, print goes directly here. Only at the last element we come to here. Okay, so all elements are printed with a space in between them. Okay, this is the delimiter, and at the end last element we don't have a delimiter. So for that reason this if else is present. Okay, so this is a bit complicated solution, but this will be, sometimes you will have to do this way, because so sometimes the instructor may ask you to so in this way there is two lists are created for handling. Okay, sometimes the instructor may ask you to do all these operations in one list itself. So in that case the alternate solution can be used. Otherwise this code is very efficient. Okay, so you can come up with your own code that may be even easier than this also. Okay, so that's why we always encourage you to try it on your own. Yeah, because when more of us think same problem can be approached in many different ways, and one of us can lead to the simplest way. So it's always good to share your ideas. Okay, so whatever doubts you have, please put in the discussion forum regarding the exams also. Okay, so doubts regarding the exams will be cleared by TAs from IIT Roper. Okay, so they are the core TAs. I am a PMR of TA, so I'll only handle this problem solving session every week. So any doubt related to your course, exam, etc., please post in the discussion forum. They'll reply back to you.
I also put my solutions there, if you can.
Yeah, sure.
Right. For third and for fourth, both assignments I have given my code there.
Okay. Have you tried the test cases?
Yes, they are successful here.
Okay then. Okay, I'll also have a look. Not of an integer I. Okay. Yeah, this also works good. This will work for sure. Maybe I'll run one test case, complicated one. 4 7 minus 1 9. Minus 1 5 3 minus 1. Yes, Satish, your code works fine. So you can use this also.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Just like that, for third also, I have given my solution. That was also working fine. That was different, but that was also working fine.
All right. Yeah, I've seen your solution. Yeah, this will work fine. Sure. Okay, then. So that was all we had for today. So I'll meet you all next Monday. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.